good to be here. Share a little bit about my story. Let's start where I'm from. So I'm originally here from Watsonville. I've been here my whole life. Went to school here, hung out at the park here, Watsonville. Things dramatically changed for me when I was 14 years old. I became mentally ill. And just like anybody else, when you're at that age, you really don't understand what's going on. One thing led to another, I got hospitalized, and it's like one of the worst things that I thought before could happen to me. I'm like, this is dead end, I'm done with. I did end up going to hospitals and I did 8 years. I run into friends now and they're like, we're really sorry that happened to you, and we understand that you're sick, but you don't really deserve to be hospitalized that much for not doing anything. After coming home from hospitals, they would send me home thinking I'm better, send me home for a couple weeks, and I was so out of it that I was self-medicating. So my health was really bad, and one of the most things I was self-medicating was on drugs. For me it was like a gateway, like I'm sick, there's nothing there for me, I don't care anymore. So time has passed by. It's been a long time since I've been hospitalized, which is a really, really big blessing, because I was hospitalized every month. I was just in and out of hospitals, in and out of institutions, and it was to the point where, I really didn't have a life anymore. My friends would come over and, I'd just shut them off. I didn't want to talk to them. I didn't want to know who they were. And eventually they caught on to the picture and they, nobody visited me anymore. I guess the best thing that can happen is that I realized that the only thing I can do for my health is to stay clean and sober. I knew because I'm currently taking medication, and I knew that if I did any more alcohol or whatever I was doing, I would never get better. So right now, I'm really, really happy to say that I got 15 years clean and sober right now. So I heard somebody talking about, health. We're talking about health and cigarettes and stuff. 4 years without smoking. Wow. So on the upper hand, now, I'm in the community more. I'm walking around. I'm not isolating like before. And I actually got a job. So I work at the Mariposa Wellness Center at the Avenues program, which has really done a lot for me. A lot of things have changed. I started going to the gym. I've been going to the gym for like 8 years now. I lost like 75 pounds. Yeah. And the weight loss was a very good thing that happened to me. It was the best thing that happened to me. I was starting to pick up sleep apnea. I was waking up in the middle of the night and I couldn't breathe about 30 times in a minute. I immediately went to the doctor and I told him what's going on with my health, and he said, you know what, we're gonna have to put you in a sleep apnea machine if you don't stop what you're doing. And that really scared me. The first thing I thought to me was like, what would my family say if they came over to visit me and I'm right there in the bed with the machine in my nose? That's bad. So I got on it, started going to gym more often, started eating healthier, having breakfast. I would never have breakfast. It would be a cup of coffee and let's go. It's, people do ask me like, how do you feel now that your weight has gone down? And you know what, I don't know, I tell them the same thing. It's not really, I don't really feel different, but my health is different. I was to the point where I was going to get diabetes, and my doctor told me that. And diabetes actually runs in my family. I've actually just had an uncle who just passed away from diabetes, so it's a serious issue in my family. It's to the point where I got to really be careful. I've been working with the Avenues program for Beat Back Diabetes, which is a program where we try to have our participants eat really healthy, and we take them on walks. You know, we take them to the park. We try to keep them really active and really, you know, out there. You know, we make it where it's not like a really hardcore workout, but it's something for them to start thinking about their health. Yeah. So let me see here. You know, I'm just happy to be up here and, you know that, you know, that I'm healthy and that things can change. You know, before it wasn't that. Before it was like, you know, nothing can change, everything's for the worst, and you know, things really changed up for me. I'm happy to say that right now I'm like in the best place that I've ever been. No longer do I remorse on the past and think back and say, you know, like I got hospitalized and I was this and I was that. It's about now. You know, I'm here, I'm healthy, I'm good. You know, and just you know, just coming to work every day is a really big blessing. You know, just waking up in the morning and you know, so yeah, I just want to say thank you for listening to me, and just thank you.